So, you're thinking about going plant-based. Does it feel just a little overwhelming? Like you're about to sign up for a life of bland salads, giving up every food you've ever loved, and spending your weekends decoding ingredient labels? Yeah, I get it. I've been there. It feels like this giant all-or-nothing leap that's just too complicated to even start. But what if I told you that you could completely overhaul your health with just 5 simple swaps, and without feeling like you're missing out on anything? In this video, I'm breaking down the 5 hacks that made my own switch to a plant-based diet not just doable, but genuinely easy and fun. As a certified nutrition coach, I've seen these exact same steps change lives, mine and so many others. It all starts here. Before we get into the how, let's quickly cover the what and the why. When I say plant-based, I'm talking about a diet built around whole foods, fruits, veggies, whole grains, legumes. We're not talking about vegan junk food because, let's be honest, that can be just as unhealthy as any other junk food. We're aiming for the good stuff. And the why? It's pretty compelling. Countless studies show that loading up on plants can seriously lower your risk for things like heart disease and type 2 diabetes. We're talking real, measurable results: better cholesterol, stable blood sugar, a healthier weight, and a major energy boost. So if you're ready for all of that, minus the stress, let's do this. All right, step 1. This is the most important one, and it's all about a mental shift. I want you to completely forget about deprivation. We are not starting this journey by making a long, sad list of all the foods you can't have anymore. That's just setting yourself up to fail. Instead, we're going to focus on everything you get to add to your plate. We call this the crowd-out method. The idea is beautiful in its simplicity. You start filling your plate with so many delicious, vibrant, nutrient-packed plant foods that there's just less room for the other stuff. It's gradual, it's positive, and it works. You never feel like you're on a restrictive diet because you're not. You're just crowding out the less healthy foods with more of the good stuff. So how does this look in real life? Start small. For the next week, maybe you commit to adding a big, colorful salad to your lunch every day. Or you could make sure you have a piece of fruit with breakfast and another for that 3 p.m. slump. One of my favorite ways to start is the classic meatless Monday. Just one day a week, you experiment with plant-based meals. It's a low-pressure way to find new recipes and discover foods you actually love. You could also try a simple swap. If you're a spaghetti bolognese fan, try making your sauce with lentils instead of ground meat. It's amazing. Love burgers? Give a mushroom or bean patty a shot. The goal is to make tiny changes that add up. Before you know it, eating more plants becomes your default, not something you have to force. Plus, this slow and steady approach gives your digestive system time to adjust to all that glorious new fiber, which helps you avoid the bloating some people get from jumping in too fast. We're building a solid foundation, one meal at a time. Step 2 is all about owning the first meal of the day, breakfast. This is, hands down, the easiest meal to make 100% plant-based, and it's a total power move for setting the tone for your whole day. When you kick things off with a healthy plant-powered breakfast, you're less likely to have that mid-morning energy crash or reach for sugary snacks. Think about it, a lot of breakfast classics are already there. Oatmeal is a perfect example. A warm bowl of rolled oats made with a creamy plant-based milk like oat or soy is a fantastic start. Then go wild with toppings: fresh berries, banana slices, a sprinkle of chia or flax seeds for healthy fats, and some walnuts for that crunch. It's a powerhouse of fiber, protein, and healthy fats. Not an oatmeal fan, no problem. How about some whole grain toast? Ditch the butter and top it with creamy mashed avocado, a squeeze of lime, and a sprinkle of everything bagel seasoning. Or go for a thick layer of natural peanut butter with banana slices. Smoothies are another game changer. Just blend some spinach, I swear you won't taste it, a frozen banana, a scoop of plant-based protein powder, some plant milk, and a handful of mango. It's basically a nutrient-packed milkshake that you can make in minutes. You could even whip up a tofu scramble instead of eggs. Just crumble a block of tofu in a pan with a little turmeric for that yellow color, some nutritional yeast for a cheesy, savory flavor, and any veggies you have lying around. By just focusing on this one meal, you prove to yourself that eating this way is not only possible, but delicious. And speaking of making things easy, I know one of the biggest hurdles is just figuring out what to buy at the grocery store. To help with that, I put together a totally free plant-based starter kit for you. It's got a full grocery list and a 3-day sample meal plan to get you started. It takes all the guesswork out. The link is right down there in the description. Go grab it and then come right back, because step 3 is where we learn how to build meals that are genuinely satisfying. All right, on to step 3. This is where we answer the million-dollar question. So, what am I supposed to eat for lunch and dinner? Most of us grew up with the same plate formula: a big piece of meat in the middle, a starch on the side, and a small, sad-looking pile of vegetables. It's time to throw that old blueprint out the window. From now on, I want you to think of your plate in 3 simple sections. It's a template that works for pretty much any meal, and it guarantees you're getting a balanced, filling plate every single time. First, fill half of your plate with non-starchy vegetables. This is your foundation. I'm talking a huge, colorful salad or a pile of roasted broccoli, cauliflower, and bell peppers. The more colors you can get in there, the better. Different colors mean different vitamins and antioxidants. This half of your plate gives you a ton of food and fiber for very few calories, so it really fills you up. Next, fill 1/4 of your plate with a plant-based protein. This is what gives your meal staying power, so you're not hungry an hour later. We're talking lentils, chickpeas, black beans, tofu, tempeh, or edamame. Protein is key for keeping you full and satisfied. Finally, the last 1/4 of your plate is for whole grains or starchy vegetables. This is your quality energy source. Think brown rice, quinoa, whole wheat pasta, or things like sweet potatoes, corn, and squash. These are complex carbs that give you a slow, steady release of energy. No sugar spike and crash here. So what does this actually look like? It could be a burrito bowl with a huge bed of lettuce and fajita veggies, half your plate, topped with black beans, your 1/4 protein, and brown rice, your 1/4 carb. Or a big stir-fry with tons of broccoli and snap peas, half plate, with some crispy tofu, 1/4 protein, served over a scoop of quinoa, 1/4 carb. This simple method makes building a healthy meal automatic. Step 4 is all about playing the long game by getting rid of decision fatigue. Let's be real. When you get home after a long day, you're tired, you're hungry, and the last thing you want to do is try some complicated new recipe with 20 ingredients. You're going to grab whatever is fast and familiar. This is why you need a list of go-to plant-based meals. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to come up with 3 to 5 ridiculously easy, foolproof meals that you can make on autopilot. These are your weeknight saviors. The easiest way to start is to just veganize the simple meals you already love. Love pasta? Perfect. Pasta with a good jar of marinara sauce and a mountain of sautéed veggies is an amazing go-to. Toss in a can of lentils or chickpeas right into the sauce for a protein boost. Are you a fan of Mexican food? Black bean tacos? Done. All you need are tortillas, a can of beans, salsa, and some lettuce. That's dinner in 5 minutes. Soups and chilies are also your best friend. A hearty lentil soup or a 3-bean chili can be made in a big batch on Sunday to last you for days. These meals are not only a lifesaver on busy nights, but they're also incredibly cheap to make. Once you have your list, stock your pantry so you always have the ingredients on hand. Canned beans, lentils, whole grain pasta, brown rice, jars of sauce, and a freezer full of frozen veggies. When you have an arsenal of easy meals you know you like, you'll never have that "what's for dinner" panic again. This one hack makes sticking with it feel effortless. And our final step, step 5, has 2 parts: being smart about a couple of key nutrients and staying plugged into your motivation. First, the nutrition stuff. A well-planned, whole food, plant-based diet is packed with almost everything you need. However, there is one critical nutrient that you just can't get from plants: vitamin B12. B12 is essential for your nerves and blood cells, and a deficiency is no joke. It's actually made by bacteria, not plants or animals. In our super sanitized world, we don't get it from the soil anymore. So even factory-farmed animals are given B12 supplements. For this reason, if you are eating a fully plant-based diet, taking a B12 supplement is non-negotiable. You can find it in a cheap supplement or in fortified foods like some plant milks and cereals. It's also smart to be mindful of vitamin D, especially if you don't get a lot of sun, and long-chain omega-3s. You get a type of omega-3 from flax and walnuts, but some people benefit from an algae-based omega-3 supplement, which is where fish get it from in the first place. Okay, part 2 of this step. Remember your why. Making any big lifestyle change takes effort. There are going to be days when it feels tough or when you're tempted by old habits. On those days, you have to reconnect with why you started this. Was it to have more energy for your kids, to lower your risk of a disease that runs in your family, to align your food choices with your values? Whatever your reason is, write it down. Stick it on your fridge. Make it your phone's lock screen. That why is the fuel that will keep you going. Combine that powerful motivation with the simple steps we talked about today, and you've got this. So there you have it. 5 simple, totally manageable steps to start a plant-based diet without all the stress. Let's recap real quick. First, crowd out, don't cut out. Focus on adding, not subtracting. Second, master your breakfast. It's the easiest win of the day. Third, reimagine your plate using the 1/2 and 2/4 model. Fourth, find your 3 to 5 go-to meals to put healthy eating on autopilot. And fifth, supplement with B12 and never forget your why. And please remember, this is about progress, not perfection. If you have a meal that isn't plant-based, who cares? Let it go. Every single plant-based meal you eat is a win. You are doing something amazing for your health. Thank you so much for watching. If this was helpful, please give the video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more practical advice on living a vibrant, plant-based life. And now I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and tell me, what's your biggest challenge when you think about starting a plant-based diet? I read all the comments and I'd love to help you out. See you in the next video.